Hi.
I was gonna count down. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Hi, I'm Chrissy.
And I'm Kim.
And we're pharmacy students from the University of the Pacific. So we're currently in Bakersfield right now on rotations. We're third-year pharmacy students.
We are currently living in an apartment, apparently surrounded by sheriffs. So that makes it pretty cool, because if we're terrible neighbors, they're not going to want to do anything. So we decided to bake banana bread.
We did that tonight.
But unfortunately,
I did burn it. The oven here is actually very powerful. That's what happened. Who knows how to cook? Who doesn't? And who helped?
So the banana bread is now chocolate bread.
Yeah, it's chocolate. So right now I'm on internal med at Curran Medical Center.
And I'm doing ambulatory care also at Curran Medical Center.
So in terms of internal med, that's probably one of the hardest rotations that we're going to go through. And a normal day for me would be waking up at 4:30 in the morning, bright and early, and getting ready and probably leaving around 5:30 to get to Curran Medical Center or KMC at 6 a.m. And then we find out the patients we have for our team at that time, and then we have a couple hours to look at all the patients, make sure we know enough about them. And then around 9 o'clock we go on rounds with the medical students, the medical residents, and the attending. Rounds takes until around noon. Sometimes there's like presentations for the staff, and then the rest of the day is usually just following up with the patients. It takes a lot of time for me since I don't really know anything, but that's what it seems like.
Okay, yeah, and a normal day for me is waking up at 6:45 and then getting to the hospital at 8, but I try to get there 10 minutes early because that's what professional students do. I get there at 8 o'clock and I start looking up our patients that are going to come in that day. So basically I work, right now I'm at a diabetes clinic, and so I have a lot of diabetes patients come in to just follow up on their disease. So I look over their medications and I check, oh, how are you doing? How are you feeling? Looking over their blood glucose logs and making sure that they're within normal levels and stuff. So it's pretty fun. And then I do that up until 12, and then after 12 it's basically like free day. I get to go home or study. Usually I study.
Don't lie.
I studied.
What did you do this week? What did you do this week?
I studied and then I watched Pretty Little Liars.
Study. This is what I hear every day. Oh my god, Chrissy, I'm so tired, and I'm getting home at like 7 or 8, so this is like 12 and 14 hour days, and I'm like, really? You're gonna complain to me right now when I get home?
I work really hard. Really, I study really hard.
So my favorite thing about this rotation is probably just getting the opportunity to assess patients in a different light. So I think my preceptor really pushed us to critically think about patients, and the fact that you get to see the patients on rounds really helps too, because it's not as hypothetical anymore. Like in practicum or in school, you get all these patient cases and you do something about them, but you don't really follow up or anything, or you don't see the bigger picture of patient care.
And my favorite thing about the rotation is similar to what Chrissy said, just putting a face to a case, so you actually get to know the patient, and then especially when you're able to help them, you get that instant gratification, oh, I made a difference in someone's life. I have an example where literally a patient started to cry because she was so touched that we were, just spending all this time on her and helping her and just treating her like a patient, and that was honestly a pretty great thing to see, especially on our first week of rotation.
I would say the worst thing about this rotation is probably just the hours, because waking up at 4:30 is really not my ideal day. Also, I started drinking coffee. This is like the first time in my life because I need it. So, I don't know. It's just crazy. I just force myself to drink it. Sometimes it's like twice a day, but it's like giving me palpitations sometimes. So I'm like looking forward to the end of this rotation when I don't have to drink coffee anymore.
For me is, okay, it sounds a little cheesy, but the fact that clinic is only from 8 to 12, because I would have really liked to stay there longer, and I feel like, I don't know, I'm doing rotations, so I want to learn more, so just 4 hours of learning is not ideal, but I mean,
extend that learning by studying.
I study!
I feel like the first week is always a little more like you're just observing what's going on, making sure you kind of know the computer system and how things kind of run. So I think next week I'm going to try to like maybe hang out with the medical residents a little more, see if I can help them more, and also try to like, I don't know, see if I can figure out ways I can help the patient a little more than just like watching other people make an impact as well.
So what I'm going to do differently next week is study a little harder, even though I do study, but you know, maybe just cut out the Pretty Little Liars and maybe taking a little more initiative and asking like, oh, can I help you out here? Like, is there something you want me to do? Because, like, I'm similar with Chrissy. I'm just kind of, like, getting a feel for everything. I don't want to step on anybody's toes. You know, like, I don't want to just start doing something when I don't really know how to do it, because I'd rather not do it than do it poorly. So I've just been observing a lot, and so next week will be, like, action week, like, when I start doing more things, taking more initiative, and studying more.
How's living with Kimberly? So far, I don't think there's really anything wrong with living with Kim. It's actually been really fun.
Right?
Don't get too ahead of yourself. I'll find something later. But yeah, it's actually been really fun, and she's really chill, so no complaints yet.
How's living with Chrissy? Yeah, it's pretty great. I mean, honestly, I don't really see her a lot because she's gone in the morning.
True,
like,
too. I guess I haven't really been
when I wake
with
up,
you.
she's not here, and then she comes back really late, and she gets really tired, and she just like hits the hay. So I don't really get to talk to her and stuff. The one thing I really, really appreciate is that she kills bugs for me.
Oh my god! I'm gonna teach you how to kill them.
I'm never gonna
By the
kill
end
them.
of this. No, you have to. You have to.
No.
You need to face your fears. That was the wrap up. So that was the wrap up of our week, and I hope you guys enjoyed it and watch next week too. So
see you next week. Bye.
Bye.
Hi. So, how do we end it?
That's my ending.
So we've been here for a week, and that's basically the recap of our week. That sounds so awkward.
So that was the wrap up of our week, and we hope to, sorry.